think you're going to enjoy this. There's been an elitist whistleblower. I'm loving it. She's the ex-wife of the co-founder of Google, Sergey Brin, and she's been spilling the beans on how she feels that these extremely wealthy technocrats' wives have been used as, she claims, useful idiots on behalf of Klaus Schwab. You know, Klaus Schwab from Great Reset, from Davos. He wants you all to own nothing and be happy. Well, go off with that one. You're not having my bloody stuff. I work for it. I'm keeping it. I mean, how can anybody in their right mind think that people are going to be happy owning nothing? The only people who are happy owning nothing is those who are living off someone else's money on benefits. That's no reflection of decent people who need genuine benefits. But we all know there's a sponger class as well as the needy. So I'm sorry, it's not going to work. I always said in lockdown, when they thought we'd all be vaccinated and they thought we'd all get a digital passport, and we didn't, that they'd gone too soon. They'd gone at it too soon. And she basically confirms it. You can get the full article on, I think it's called Zero Edge, and there's a guy on Twitter called Camus. He's got the video. It's only about 4 minutes long. It's part of a longer interview, obviously. But she spills the beans. She says, yeah, we got on board with all of it. You know, Black Lives Matter. We thought we were generally helping black people. They didn't realise it was a money-making scam. And the same with the weather, stuff about the weather. You see, the thing is, people automatically assume that the very rich are very smart, very clever. Some are, obviously. Musk is a savant, isn't he? My next door neighbour thought that were a bar of soap. Anyway, the thing is, a lot of them are devious, and some of them are clueless, but they've got enough money to bypass it because they got lucky. Some of them just got lucky, and a lot of people just got lucky with the internet. Nobody dreamed it would take off the way it did. Now, I'm not decrying them the wealth. You know, it's happened. They've got super wealthy. But that doesn't mean they investigate stuff. You see, if you're super rich and electricity is going up in price, you're not really bothered, are you? You're not going to research it. You're not going to research how much electricity is if you're running 4 mansions and a super yacht and a jet, or in some cases 2 jets. You're just going to let people lower down your food chain take care of all that, because you have that much wealth. You're making it by the minute. I mean, some people are making £500,000 a minute. So all of a sudden energy prices don't matter. So you can get behind these batshit crazy projects that look like they're good for the planet. And she's been quite frank about it. She said that they didn't really know. They get behind these NGOs, these non-government organisations, and start funding them. And another myth with the super rich, when you see that they say things like they've given their wealth away, if you notice what they do when they've said they've given their wealth away, it normally goes in a foundation. To put it in layman's terms, that's like me having money in my left-hand pocket and putting it in my right-hand pocket, but all of a sudden paying a lot less tax because it's gone in that pocket. That's the essence of a foundation, because there's enormous tax breaks. If your money's paid into a foundation, if your earnings come in through a foundation, the foundation only has to give 3% of its takings away per year to qualify for nearly zero tax. That's how lucrative a foundation is. So, and the thing is, a lot of these wealthy people, the Clintons have a foundation, Meghan Markle has a foundation, David Beckham has a foundation, they've all got foundations. And the thing about it is, they have to give 3%, which is negligible, compared to them. If they don't put it in a foundation, they're paying 60% tax. So all of a sudden the tax liability dissolves. But they treat the 3% as a ceiling, not a starting point. I mean, that's the starting point. That's the minimum you're supposed to give. But they seldom give more. I can't find any foundations that give more than that 3%. And they all have offices in places like offshore or Delaware in America. You can register there for a foundation. So it looks good. You know, the papers feed you this stuff. Oh, X so-and-so, Zuckerberg's given all his wealth. But if you look where Zuckerberg's money, it's in a foundation that he still has control of. If you just moved it about, it's like drawing it out the bank and putting it in your handbag. It's still your money, but you've suddenly got the facility to keep more of it because you've put it under a foundation. Anyway, I'm not criticising that at the moment. What I'm criticising or drawing your attention to is this bloody whistleblower. I'm absolutely lapping it up, because the thing is, normal people investigate much deeper because it affects them harder. You know, if electricity's going up and fuel's going up and food's going up in a household with a limited income, and let's face it, most households are limited incomes. Even if you're rich, it's still a limited income. But when you're super rich, it's endless. So they don't research it. So don't be beguiled by these people. Try and catch the video. It's on Zero Edge and on Camus on Twitter. She just basically spills the beans on what's been going on and where the money's come from and how they've been manipulated. She feels she's been a useful idiot. Her words, not mine. And Klaus Schwab, of course, the great father of the Great Reset. I mean, the thing is, Davos started out as like a glorified chamber of trade where super corporations could get together, meet politicians. You see, that's the difference that people don't realise between corporatism and capitalism. With capitalism, a capitalist doesn't have the facility to employ a lobbyist. That doesn't have the money. The guy that owns your favourite restaurant can't afford to buy a lobbyist to go and influence Keir Starmer, but Bill Gates can, Larry Fink can, ICI can, all these corporations can. So the danger is that then these exclusive people get together talking about literally how to run the world. So if you create this legislation, my company will do better. But it's not necessarily better for the working man. The best thing the working man can have is competition. So if you want your roof repaired, it's better to have 20 roofers to choose from than think that in the future roofing businesses have collapsed and you've got to go to one or two corporate entities. We all know what it's like dealing with big firms. We do it online. Your call is in a queue, it's important to us, but not important enough to have a human answer the call. I'm waiting for the day when a huge business sees the common sense in bringing humanity back into a form of contact so that people can explain themselves. How often do you find yourself in a queue discussing what's going on, what's gone wrong in your day with the service you use, be it banking, social media, or some supplier from eBay to Amazon? How many times does your problem not fit into a box? We think, well, it's not that one, it's not that one, it's not that one. Automation, it's not very good because humans aren't automated, machines are. But do try and catch this whistleblower, because I keep saying we're fighting back and we're pushing back, and we are. And Keir Starmer, who's signed up to this batshit crazy Bill Gates, like salt and pepper in the cloud system, which has been outlawed in America. I mean, who does Keir Starmer think he is? He's got no mandate for such manoeuvres, and he's under fire. This is a man, this is the trouble. The politicians are the middlemen for the whatever's going on in the world. I'm not even going to give it a title. And they're operating without mandate. They're supposed to operate on behalf of the people. They just get into power and do what the hell they want. So we've got to get that two-party system broken up. And until we get someone in who's prepared to use direct democracy, there's only one party offering that, you know which one it is. Until we get a party that says, yeah, fair enough, Parliament's out of sync with the people, put it to the people. It doesn't need to be expensive like Brexit. It can just be like the Swiss system, 4 or 5 options a year where we can have a saying, we don't want to invest all this money in the WHO. We don't want or see the need for HS2. Various things. We don't want you to put income tax up. We can have a say in our own future. And we can claw it back. There's still an opportunity to claw it back. And the most important thing you can do is support anyone who's against this current system, so that you can get next year the council elections in London. That is going to be massive because there's nearly 2,000 seats up for grabs. How's Sadiq Khan going to manage if 2,000 councillors aren't belonging to the Labour Party anymore? Watch this space. So we are pushing back. It is working. Try and catch the video. It's only short. You'll enjoy it.